Meet Joe. He owns a landscaping business. Joe wants new equipment. Meet Jill. She owns a health club. Jill wants a brand new sports car. Meet Bill. He owns a restaurant. Bill wants a new commercial oven. Credit is tight, and Joe does not have a lot of cash, so Joe can initiate a value exchange request to receive private trade credit from a business he selects. In exchange for giving private trade credit from his own business. Jill wants to grow her business by giving people ways to pay without money, so Jill can initiate a value exchange request to receive private trade credit from a business she selects. In exchange for giving private trade credit from her own business. Interest rates are high, and Bill wants other options. So Bill can initiate a value exchange request to receive private trade credit from a business he selects, in exchange for giving private trade credit from his own business. Now, imagine you're a ballet school owner. The person or business you want private trade credit from may really not want your private trade credit. So these value exchange transactions do not need to be directly one-to-one. Instead, as people enter their requests online, the OVX trade search engine finds value exchange paths that may exist from within the many requests entered. A value exchange path is just a path the OVX trade search engine finds that allows members to get the private trade credit they want in exchange for the private trade credit they issue. What is private trade credit? Private trade credit is a contractual agreement where issuers agree to accept their own private trade credit as payment, just as good as cash, according to the terms of a firm contract. The idea of private trade credit is very similar to the idea of stored value on a gift card. It may be spent just as good as cash at the merchant that issued it. On the OVX platform, private trade credit is web-based, and in your account you can see your private trade credit obligations balance sheet representing your own private trade credit in circulation that you are obligated to accept just as good as cash as per the terms of the contract. And you can also see your private trade credit assets balance sheet, representing private trade credit you have available to spend at the businesses you selected. Initially, your private trade credit obligations and your private trade credit assets are both at a zero balance. Now, if you place a value exchange request and your request is not executed, then both balances remain at zero. When your request does get executed, your obligations balance gets updated to show the amount of your private trade credit that is now in circulation, and your assets balance is also updated to show the amount of private trade credit you have available to spend at the businesses you selected. The great thing about OVX is that cash is not required to do these exchanges. Even the small commission fee is fully payable using your private trade credit instead of cash. OVX empowers people to issue their own private trade credit. In a sense, it's like issuing your own private money, where the market decides the demand for your private trade credit. The bigger the demand for your trade credit, the more trade credit you're able to receive from businesses you want to spend at. You build demand for your private trade credit by offering things people want and actively accepting your private trade credit as payment for your goods and services. The ability to issue your own private trade credit can be a huge advantage in a slow economy, when people have a hard time getting cash, getting work, getting traditional credit lines. With private trade credit, you can buy cars, pay for tuition, airline tickets, groceries, clothes, and services such as auto repair, day spa sessions, plumbing, dental care, or anything else you can purchase with cash. The power of private trade credit. Omnia VX.